Hello and welcome to the Talk Agile series. I am your favorite host, Mark Anthony. And today we're going to be talking about Agile Scrum using the 5W model. But to go further, or in order for us to better understand what Agile Scrum is, we need to first understand what is Agile and what is Scrum. I always tell people, or the people I train, or my students, that Agile is Scrum, but Scrum is not Agile. And what do I mean? In essence, Agile is the mindset around a set value and principles. Scrum is a framework used in applying the concept of Agile. So when we talk about Agile Scrum, we're bringing together a set values and principles within a framework to develop a solution. And that's what Agile Scrum means. Scrum was first used in the software development space by developers, considering there was a need to iteratively develop software and be able to evolve pieces of development or components of an actual solution over time, understanding the risk and also being able to identify issues through development and be able to fix them on time while ensuring early market delivery and satisfying customer needs. And that was what brought about Agile Scrum. So now that we know what Agile is, and we know what Scrum is, and we now know what Agile Scrum is, let's dive deeper. Why Agile Scrum? Well, why would you want to use Agile Scrum? First and foremost, it breeds collaboration. It breeds participation. It helps you evolve the skill set of people because the concept of Agile Scrum fosters cross-functional team engagement. Considering you're going to be having people working together and trying to develop a solution together with different skill sets in different domains, what happens is that cross-functionally, those individuals tend to learn from each other and tend to build each other. The success and failure of the team is determined by the output of that same team. Every individual on the team is responsible for their success and failure, but not as an individual, but collectively as a team. So, as you can see, it breeds a lot of collaboration, a lot of participation, and there is mutual respect because considering people work together, there is always room for them to talk to each other and find ways around solutioning to solve problems. And that's the beautiful nature or the beauty of using Agile Scrum as a practice. Now that we understand why we use Agile Scrum, let's go to who should use Agile Scrum or who can use Agile Scrum. Well, anybody can use it. I personally have written an article that is published on projecttimes.com that you could reference and is also published on Agileseventeen.com. That article covers me using Agile Scrum to do my move from one location to another location some years ago. And I had to employ this method of doing or handling my project in order for me to get or reap the benefits, considering that I had so much going on at the time with work, having to move, and having to pack up all my things all by myself. I had to employ a set value, I had to employ set principles. I had to also ensure that I had split up my work and had my priorities. So visit projecttimes.com, go to the Agile section, and read about how I used, search for Mark Anthony, by the way, and read about how I used Agile Scrum to do my moving. And also go to visit Agileseventeen.com, which is our company website, to read about the same publication or read on the same publication to understand how this practice really helped me. So anybody can use it, be it an individual, be it a mid-sized company, a small company, or a large company, or a non-profit organization. Anybody can use Agile Scrum. Now that we understand the who that can use Agile Scrum, When can we use Agile Scrum? Well, we can use Agile Scrum when we're looking to solve problems more iteratively. Not when we say iterative, we're talking about taking smaller bits of the problem or the overall project and taking it gradually, understanding the priorities of what you need to deliver at any given time. In the Agile Scrum world, when you are developing a subset of the overall solution, it's termed an MVP. What is an MVP? It's a minimum viable product. It shows that you're developing the most important component of your overall solution that gives you the best value. And that's what it means. That's what an MVP is. So, again, when can you use Agile Scrum? Obviously, when you're looking to do or be more iterative in your development, and being more iterative in your development helps you minimize and cut back on your risk, makes your work more manageable, but at the same time, also gives you room for continuous improvement because lessons learned at the end of each iteration can help you improve on the next iteration. So it's a very, very, very good concept. Okay? And that's why 54% of companies globally practice Agile Scrum. So that's one piece. Also, when you're looking to do a transformation effort, when you're looking to get people to engage on a different level, you want to use Agile Scrum because it's the best method or best approach for you to engage and bring people together for them to work collaboratively, participate with mutual respect, and building a set culture of being on time, ensuring that you're focusing more on the value proposition and ensuring customer satisfaction at the same time and engagement, right? So that's another time you want to use Agile Scrum. And overall, when you want to enhance people's skills, because in an Agile Scrum environment, people are bound to communicate, people are bound to engage, people are bound to talk to each other and find ways around self organizing around problems. So long as the team can self organize and is responsible for what they commit to, it tends to raise their awareness where there's this whole idea of the ITE, what I call the I is individual, where you have individual domain knowledge. The T is where you have individuals with domain knowledge and cross functional knowledge. And the E is where you have individuals with domain knowledge and cross domain knowledge. So that is what Agile Scrum helps you do. I started off as a business analyst a few years ago and eventually ended up becoming an Agile coach. As an Agile coach, I've worked with different developers. At the same time, I've worked with people who are into database management. I've worked with people who are into security. I've worked with people who are into server development or server configuration and setup and application management. So what this has done for me is over time I've come to learn a little bit of how things work. Whether you're talking about security, whether you're talking about server configuration or setup, or whether you're talking about database management or data modeling, or you're talking about application development, which is with working with developers using different languages for development or different platforms for development. So it gives you a variety of ideas, and not only ideas, but of skills where you tend to understand how things work because there is a direct impact or correlation to the work that you do on the team. So that's when you can use Agile Scrum. And where can you use it? You can use it in any industry typically. Whether you're in the medical device industry, whether you're in the hospitality industry, whether you're in the HR, air services, or commercial services, or sales services, any kind of industry, foods manufacturing, heavy equipment manufacturing, name it. Agile Scrum can be used anywhere. It can be used anywhere and in anything. So considering what are the takeaways from today? Understand that Agile is Scrum and Scrum is not Agile. When I say Scrum is not Agile, we tend to make or hear this whole, oh, once you talk about Agile, they say, oh, is it Scrum? And the reason for that, which is understandable, is that people understand that once you're doing Agile, that means you're doing Scrum. There are different flavors of Agile out there that you can apply, or different subsets or methods of applying the Agile concept. You could talk about extreme programming. You could talk about DAD. Um, you could talk about future-driven development. You could talk about ATDD, which is automated test development. There are so many varieties of this application or applying the Agile concept. So now that we know what Agile Scrum is, always know that Scrum is a subset of Agile, and Agile is the overriding principle, value proposition, and principle itself, or a mindset around three different components of people, culture, and process. And the fusion of these three components tends to evolve the ecosystem to a point where you can now use Scrum as a practice to deploy your solution. What do you say? Let's talk Agile. Visit us today on Instagram at Agile17. Visit us on Facebook at Agile17 Agile. Follow us on LinkedIn at Agile17 LLC. And not only that, follow us on Twitter as well at Agile17. Give us a call, 469-235-1904. And visit our office location at 4100 Spring Valley Road, Suite 615 in Dallas, Texas. Visit our website as well. Read our publications on Agile17.com and also on Project Times and BATimes.com. It tends to give you a lot of nourishing ideas on some of the concepts we've written about, whether it's IoT, why Agile teams fail, which is our latest trending article on projecttimes.com as well. And overall, join our training. Take some training. Evolve yourself as a professional and make sure you're becoming the best Agile professional or Agile Scrum professional out there. What do you say? Let's talk Agile. Till our next episode, catch you again. Bye for now.